Welcome back. Pilate has surrendered to the demands of the mob and handed Jesus over for execution. We now arrive at the central event of the Christian faith and all of human history, the crucifixion of the Son of God. The Apostle John, an eyewitness who stood at the foot of the cross, gives us a powerful and personal account of these final momentous hours. Jesus is led out, bearing his own cross, to the place called the place of a skull, which in Aramaic is called Golgotha. There they crucify him between two others. Pilate writes an inscription to be placed on the cross: Jesus of Nazareth, the King of the Jews. He has it written in Aramaic, Latin, and Greek, the languages of religion, law, and culture, for the whole world to see. When the chief priests object, Pilate, in a final act of defiance, gives a resolute answer: "What I've written, I have written." At the foot of the cross, the Roman soldiers carry out a mundane detail that fulfills an ancient prophecy. They divide Jesus' garments among themselves, but for his seamless tunic, they cast lots. Hundreds of years earlier, the psalmist had written, "They divided my garments among them, and for my clothing they cast lots." While the soldiers gamble, a small group of faithful women, including Jesus' mother, Mary, stand watching. With them is John, the disciple whom Jesus loved. Even in his agony, Jesus' focus is on others. Seeing his mother, he says to her, "Woman, behold your son." And then to John, "Behold your mother." In that moment, he entrusts the care of his earthly mother to his beloved disciple. Finally, John tells us, Jesus, knowing that all was now finished, said two more things. First, to fulfill another scripture, he says, "I thirst." Then, after receiving a drink of sour wine, he speaks his final word from the cross, a single triumphant word in the Greek. John 19, verse 30. When Jesus had received the sour wine, he said, "It is finished." And he bowed his head and gave up his spirit. "It is finished" is not a cry of defeat. It's a declaration of victory. The Greek word tetelestai was a common term used in the marketplace, often stamped on a bill of debt to indicate that it had been paid in full. With this cry, Jesus declared that the work the Father had given him was accomplished. The price for all of humanity's sin had been paid in full. Then he gave up his spirit. His life was not taken from him. He willingly laid it down. The cross is the ultimate demonstration of God's love and justice. There, the Son of God voluntarily took upon himself the full penalty for our sin. His final words, "It is finished," are the best news the world has ever heard. It means the debt we could never pay has been paid in full. There is nothing left for us to add or to do to earn our salvation. The work is done. All that remains is for us to accept this incredible gift by faith.